Hello and welcome to That Broker Show, brought to you by Remen Wholesale, who is putting on a webinar about renovation loans, showing you how to become the renovation expert in your area. And you really need to do this. Look, it's coming up in a couple of weeks. You don't want to miss it. You can register for it now. Right down below, there's a register button. Click that. You can register for that. Become a renovation expert with Remen Wholesale. Now, on with the show.
Now, this may be a reboot or something you already know, but it's definitely worth revisiting when we consider where the market is. Because with so many more houses on the market that are worth over $500K, really, national numbers, many buyers are unaware of the tax consequences or benefits. So let's go through them here real quick.
The home seller's exemption allows Americans to skip taxes on a large chunk of appreciation when they sell their homes, up to $250,000 of profit for single filers and up to $500,000 for married couples filing jointly, and some widows and some widowers.
Now, it's also important to know that the exemption is only available for your primary residence.
To qualify, a single seller must have owned and lived in the house for at least 24 months of the 5 years ending on the sale date. For a couple to get the full $500,000 break, both spouses must have lived in the house for 24 months of the past 5 years, and at least one spouse must have owned it for 24 months of the past 5 years.
Sellers who meet the requirements can use the break as often as every 2 years.
Now, if the equity realized in the sale of the house exceeds your capital gains, most sellers with adjusted gross income above $200,000 for a single filer or $250,000 for married joint filers, a 3.8% surtax will likely apply to some or all of the gain above the $250,000 or $500,000 exemption.
Now, you may have heard that the new administration is changing our housing tax codes. So here's how that might look.
Sellers with gains within the $250,000/$500,000 limit wouldn't be affected because the proposals retain the home seller exemption. Home sellers with gains exceeding those limits who have an annual income above $1 million, check this out, would owe a whopping, it's even hard to say, 43.4% on the portion of their total long-term capital gains above $1 million. If their income is less than $1 million, the top rate on the gains would apparently remain at, still painful, 23.8%. Now, under the current Biden proposal, these rates would apply to sales after late April of this year, 2021. Okay, so here's why we bring this story to you, and we've given you some assets down below to take advantage of it. The deal is that there's a lot of people out there who might be sitting on the fence when it comes to selling a home because they don't quite understand what the new rules are or what they're going to be under the Biden administration. So you can use this as a conversation starter, right? So post this stuff onto your social media using the assets down below. See if you can start some conversations, because every deal starts with a conversation. We've also put the link to the Wall Street Journal article down below so you can read it in its entirety and speak intelligently about it. So go for it, and don't forget to register for Remen's webinar. Again, the registration button is right down below. Hey, do us a favor and share this with your coworkers. And if you're meeting us for the first time, subscribe on your right, and you'll get this every single week. Leave us your comments down below. We love those. Forward, share, and subscribe. We'll catch you later here at That Broker Show, brought to you by Remen Wholesale.